Good week, everybody. Good week. It's been so long since I've been able to record, and I'm super stoked to record today. Gabby, tell them where they can find us.
You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Nick and Co Show. You can also follow myself on Twitter at gdavies11, Instagram at gabby.davies. We also have Brooklyn in the studio here. You can follow her on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at bgath13, and Nick himself at Nicker Jones.
Not Brooklyn, your partner, just Brooklyn?
Just Brooklyn.
Okay.
Just Brooklyn. For now.
By the way, the Nick and Co Show has finally found and Co for the first time ever on the history of this show.
Whoop, whoop.
I want to introduce to you two of my friends. I brought them on. They're incredibly funny. They make me laugh. That's why they're here. But first off, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, how you doing?
Oh, great. Just
Say hi to all the peoples.
Hey, everyone.
And the next person, Gabby. Before I introduce Gabby, I want to tell you why Gabby's on this show. It's hilarious. First thing that Brooklyn ever told me about Gabby is, hey, my friend Gabby got shit on last week. Not sexually, I don't think. It's just part of her job. Not sexually again, just part of her job. She's a paramedic. And so I thought, okay, that seems pretty fitting for my shows because there's a lot of poop talk that goes on. And then when I met Gabby, the first thing she ever said to me was, "You know what a bum-cicle is?" And I didn't know what a bum-cicle is, but I do now. Gabby, why don't you just go ahead and tell everyone what a bum-cicle? First, tell everyone a little bit about yourself, and then tell us what a bum-cicle is and why you experience them on the reg.
I've been blessed with them. Sorry, thanks, Nick. As he was saying, I'm a paramedic here in the city. I deal with a lot of bums and a lot of poop and everything else in between, and it's been a blast. But yeah, I've been involved with sports quite a bit, so I'm more than happy to be here on the best hockey show in the whole world. And a bumsicle. Yes, a bumsicle. I was a bumsicle earlier today with some Peter's Drive-In and old Canadian weather.
Maybe.
Except one very, very important part of this. I didn't pee myself. Back to a bumsicle.
She's still a bum.
I'm still a bum.
Okay, so what you told me, how you described a bumsicle to me was,
For definition.
it gets really cold. Like in Calgary, it's minus 30. We had a run of minus 30 a few weeks ago. And apparently to stay warm outside when they're sitting around the sidewalks, bums just pee themselves. Mm-hmm. And they lay down and their dong region area
Yep.
freezes to the ground.
Rock
People
hard.
get concerned. People get concerned. They call the paramedics. Here comes Gabby, the bumsicle savior, out to
I'll be
save.
here all week.
And so, then you pour warm water on him, and then you grab him by the dong area, and then you
Yeah,
Little
dong
wiggle?
area, little wiggle, little shake them free, and hope nothing else happens, and get them off the concrete.
Does
and
anything
into
else ever
warmth.
happen?
Do you use the jaws of life?
Things get hard. Things
Hard life.
hard life. It's a hard life out there.
Okay, so you said you were a bumsicle. Do women ever become bumsicles?
They do, not in the extent of males, thankfully. I've had many run-ins with them, but they're usually kind of face down on the concrete, and the pee and fluid somehow is everywhere. So it's just
So this is mostly male
it's a
affliction.
male problem. Yeah.
So if you want Gabby to come out and handle you, you just come to Calgary, stand outside, pee, and then put your dong area on the concrete, I guess. That just seems like a weird thing, but hey, it happens. And when she told me that, I was like, lock for the show. You're here. First thing we talk about, and we did it. Brooklyn, back to you. I know, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude and pass over you, but I really,
Bumsicles are important.
I had to get to the bumsicle for sure. A little bit about you, where you're from, and what you do in life.
Well, born and raised in Alberta. Played lots of sports growing up. Was playing hockey until I'd say I was 17. Haven't played much beer league, but plan on doing it with this show. Gonna get Gabby to try it as well. Went to college for volleyball. Big volleyball fan.
Big volleyball guy.
Big volleyball
Big
guy.
volleyball guy.
Dabble in some softball, some other sports.
Home run dinger.
Not really a soccer guy, but hey, you never know. Could be. And big travel guy, like seeing things, doing things.
Brooklyn travels around the world. She's a world traveler.
I am. Yeah, 6 out of 7 continents. Seen some things.
Did some things.
And a story of note, since it's a hockey show, Brooklyn's dad was the first person to get me on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn was at the first time the first time I was ever on the ice.
Yeah.
I think 29-ish or so. How old were those people I was skating with, Brooklyn?
Well, I think the oldest, probably the guy who had the birthday, was maybe 9. I don't think he got 2 candles yet.
Single digits.
And here I am, never being on skates, running me through drills,
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Now here I am.
Yeah.
Did you ever think, like, remembering back, do you remember that time? Like, hazy, you remember a little bit about it?
Yeah.
Did you ever think, like, from that time that I would ever be a professional hockey player and get paid to do hockey things?
No, and look how you've blossomed. You really just shut up
I'm just a
there.
late bloomer, really.
Yeah.
I mean, because I got out there. I mean, it was my first time, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I looked like a baby giraffe on skates. That's basically what I was doing.
Hey.
And I'd still look maybe like a bigger giraffe. But hey, I get paid to do it, so what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the goal.
So that's Brooklyn. That's Gabby. They're really funny. You guys are going to get a big kick out of them. What we're going to talk about this week, a lot of things, because we haven't been around. Like, this is my first episode of the new year. The last one was Christmas. I can't remember what I talked about last time, but I usually can't remember that a week later anyway. But this week, what we're going to talk about for sure, we're going to talk about the draft experiences. So we have all these tournaments. We released the draft experience schedule. We will have some team tournaments and some softball tournaments and some golf tournaments, and we're working on volleyball. Big volleyball guy over here.
Oh, yeah.
But what we're going to talk about in terms of sports and hockey and life and love and the pursuit of happiness and bum-cicles.
Fits right in.
We're going to talk about cheating, and obviously the Astros is a big thing in sports these days, and why I don't think it's a big deal, and why I think everyone should cheat at everything, sport-wise. Or maybe just in life. Maybe we should all cheat to get ahead, really. And we're going to obviously...
Ain't trying.
Yeah. And Brooklyn's going to tell us a little bit about... we had an interesting conversation about rookie parties and kind of how they differ from men's sport to female sports. And maybe I'm just going to spring this on guys. I do this sometimes. I just spring things on people because I want to surprise them. I want to get I want to get like their real reaction. But Gabby was telling me about a Stanley Cup party she went to. And I'm going to bring that up. I'll keep you safe to where you won't get in trouble, I think. But she told me a story, and I don't know whether to be like, yeah, that's rad, or in this day and age to be like, that's a pretty shitty thing to do. But we'll talk about that, right? Okay. So first off, I mean, let's mention the biggest thing in sports. Yesterday it happened. Kobe Bryant passed away in a helicopter crash, and that sucks. Literally an icon in sports. I'm not the biggest basketball fan, so I didn't really follow it. Brooklyn played some basketball, and but everyone knows Kobe, and it just sucks. So I mean, rest in peace to him. Anything you guys want to add to that? To
the daughter, the whole crew.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to hear.
Yeah.
But let's be positive about it a little bit, because you never know what good can come out of this stuff. And I think there can be stuff. I mean, I've dealt with death early on in life. My first wife passed away. We were in a car wreck together, and she passed away. And people are always like, "Oh, that's horrible," and it is horrible. It sucks. But when you think about what came after that, like I would have never gotten to hockey if I didn't meet a Canadian, and then she forced me to play basically with 9-year-olds. So
Play hockey with 9-year-olds.
Play hockey with. Don't correct me. No, but I'm not trying to make it about myself. I'm just saying that good things can come from tragic stuff, and I hope some stuff does. It's a horrible, horrible story, and you're right. There's more than just Kobe. There was his daughter. There was the baseball coach and his wife, and I think their kid, maybe. And then the basketball coach, and that female basketball coach left behind a son or a husband and 3 kids, and it's a heartbreaking story. And you never like to hear those kind of things. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to dwell too much on it, but we are kind of a sports show, so you kind of got to mention it and bring it up. And yeah, I hope something good comes of it, and moving right along, I suppose. So Brooklyn, do you know anything about the Astros thing? Like, do you know what's going on?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it.
From what I have researched,
You've done research. See, look, I brought two people on the show, and at least one of them has done some research.
Ding, ding, ding.
Gabby, have you done any research?
A little bit.
Oh, holy shit. We are professional.
I researched bum and poop.
Well, switching gears to bum and poop. Okay, no, back to the Astros.
Something about the final home run that was hit. The guy had a mic taped to him, and when everyone was celebrating, he was like, "Don't touch it, don't rip it off."
Okay.
Like his jersey.
She didn't do a lot of research.
I didn't do a lot of research. One person told me.
Okay, so apparently what happened when they were playing home games in Houston, they had a super high def camera out in the outfield. And listen, this is just my glancing over things. I could get some details wrong, and if I do, fuck you. If you're gonna criticize me, fuck you again. But hey, I'll listen to your criticisms and I'll change it if I feel like I need to. But anyway, so they had a super high def camera in the outfield, and I don't think it was all the batters, but some of the batters, definitely Altuve, which is their superstar, was wearing these vibrating Band-Aids. Ladies. And so, so whenever it was a fastball, they would steal the signs. Whenever it was a fastball, they'd turn on this vibrating Band-Aid, and it would let this guy know, hey, a fastball's coming, so he could sit dead red and just try to tee off on it.
Ding, ding.
And so that's why when you're saying when the guy was rounding third base and he was saying don't pull it off, people were saying he was doing that because they didn't want to see that, right? And maybe that's the case. But let's talk about cheating for a little bit. You guys ever cheated?
In sports, yes.
Yes. Big yes.
Yes.
Big yes.
Big
How
yes.
did you cheat?
Well, in volleyball, if you rape the net and the ref doesn't call you.
What does that mean? You keep saying it in conversations, and I do like Bill Cosby gifs just because I think it's funny. And I'm like, you never actually said, what does rape the net mean?
So you just get all up in it. Doesn't want you to touch it, and you just
Continue to go at it.
through all the holes
Right
and
in
just
the
really
middle.
entangled yourself in the net.
Mm-hmm.
Big no-go.
So is it
volleyball.
because there's like a time limit for the games, and so once time runs out, like why would
more
you?
of like a safety
Safety thing?
Like they don't want you to like go.
No,
I don't know how to
But
explain
I mean,
raping a net.
but why would
Yeah.
you rape
Oh,
it to cheat?
So you would accidentally. It's more like you accidentally touch it, and then if you touch the net and you get called, then the other team gets a point. So you just lie till you die and say, "Oh no, didn't touch it, not me," or touching the ball when it goes out. No,
Not a
Don't wanna
touch,
lose that
nope.
call.
Or a block. Mm-mm-mm.
no,
Okay.
no touches. So that's your coach tells you at a like, don't say anything, lie till you die. I teach my 14-year-olds like coach. Teach them life stuff,
Yeah.
you know.
Gabby, when have you cheated in your life?
I've never touched second base in my whole life. I've rounded it a lot.
Right to
I have
third, right to home run.
Never touched second base in my whole life.
This is a
Ever.
sports show.
Well, no, I like these metaphors. I mean, I'm just okay. Like
Big ball girl. Sorry.
loves those balls. Okay. Well, here's what I think. Listen, I've been stealing signs since I was 10 years old. Like I was literally taught, like you line up, you take your lead. If you can read the catcher's signs, if they're stupid enough, we're 10 years old, so we were stupid.
Mhm.
He would just fastball. He just put a 1 and a curveball's a 2 and a changeup. He just give him the old
Little flicky dicky.
finger wigs. Don't worry about that, ladies. And then you'd relay it. So like if you was like fastball, like you'd put one hand out this way. If there's a curveball, the other way. So like we've been taught, like people have been cheating in baseball since it
Years.
began. My personal thought is let everything happen.
Yeah.
If you're gonna cheat, steroids. If you're gonna call pitches, everything. Let it all. Because you know why? Because baseball literally was not exciting until Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds just started cranking dingers because they were roided up. That's when people started coming back and watching baseball. And I'm sorry, and I know national pastime. Okay, you guys aren't Americans. I am American. National pastime, but just let them go. Let's see if someone can hit an 800-foot home run. That would be rad to see. Let's see if they can hit it out of the freaking stadium. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
And the pitchers will care. They're like goal. It's like goalies. Like when they say put smaller pads on or make the nets bigger.
Gotcha.
Goalies are going to bitch about it.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, 95% of people that watch sports don't do it to see defensive struggles. Like I don't want to see a 1-0 hockey game. I want to see 15-14. I didn't get to watch hockey in the 80s. I didn't get to see Wayne Gretzky rolling around scoring 10 goals like the scumbag that he is. But I like it when there's a lot of goals scored. I like it when there's a lot of home runs hit. In football, I like it when there's a lot of points scored. Let's let the defensive players not even wear pads in football.
I think you're onto something.
Increase the score. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are bitching like the pitchers are mad because, he picked up. Well, pitchers have been cheating their whole lives too. They used to spit on their fingers. They got pine tar. So let's not act like cheating is new in sports or baseball for that matter. Everyone that's trying is cheating. That's what I think. You're always, even in hockey, let's think off the face-off. People are always trying to get the extra step before the ref drops the puck. One thing about this cheating scandal is there actually was no rule in the rule book that said they couldn't do this. Unwritten rule. So how can you expect someone to abide by a rule that's not there? I'm not a fucking mind reader.
No, I'm not a doctor, but that...
I
don't know what that has to do with anything, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's going to be a rule, then let's put it in black and white so there's no gray area. Because when you leave gray area, people are going to do it in sports, in life, in everything. It's like the yellow light. I'm always going through on a yellow. I'm not slowing down. Yeah, I'll stop if it's red, but if it's yellow, I'm going right on through.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Faster.
That's the gray area. It's either if it's green and red, then you have no gray area. So, but anyway, that's my thoughts. Do you agree? Is there a counterpoint? Are you saying, oh no, there's no integrity in that? Because what I would say is fuck integrity. That's what I would say.
I just feel like people are probably mad they didn't think of it sooner. If it's not really a rule,
go for it.
Yeah, they're just mad they didn't think about it.
Not cheating, you're winning.
Or how do you know no one else has done it?
Well, that's the thing.
They were just sneakier.
What if both
weren't really good at it?
What if both teams were doing it?
Exactly.
But the Astros won, so they're like, oh, the Astros. You know?
And if they wouldn't have won, would anyone really have cared?
I think I actually I don't have proof to back this up, but like listening to other sports shows, it's like every team is doing something that they shouldn't be doing. So a lot of sports teams are like, let's not open this up. Yeah. Because if you open this up, well, then this guy that played for the Astros, he used to play for us back in like 2015, so that's what I think.
Gabby, I know you have some.
On your nipples.
Gabby loves cheating, so let's hear about it.
In sports?
Just in general.
In life? Like lying on resumes?
I don't know. I mean that is a form of cheating, right?
Yeah.
What'd you lie about? You're not really a paramedic, are you?
Surprise.
You're just able to handle bums like nobody's business.
She's just
not really
she
good at the
volunteers
job.
her time.
She doesn't even get. She's not really a paramedic.
Stole the uniform and the ambulance.
She just slips a 20 to the ambulance driver when they're on a bum-cicle run. They just pull up and pick her up, and she handles it.
Off we go.
She's the one who calls 911 and just times it.
There.
She's sitting there watching bums. Sir, are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm a medic. I can legally touch you.
Hey, Gabby.
Yes.
Real talk.
Real talk.
You're a paramedic.
Yes.
If, let's say we have an event,
Yep.
like a hockey tournament. Let's say we do hockey tournaments.
Absolutely.
And let's say me and Brooklyn are playing in this hockey tournament, and you're playing as well. But let's just say it's me and Brooklyn. You're not playing. And we get just fucking bombed. Like we're out. I mean, Brooklyn's a party animal. I'm going to be up front with you. I've known Brooklyn for a while, since she was just a young lass, and she's blossomed into just a party animal.
Lovely lady.
One would say a bar star. Just make sure
One
there's
would say a bar star. Yes.
Big bar star guy.
Big bar star guy. And she likes to drink.
She does like.
And I used to like to drink in, my college days, but sometimes
Not
these draft.
anymore?
No, I do. But as you get older, it's not that it gets any less fun. It's probably even more fun because you actually have money to like go do it. You're not like, okay, when I was in college, I'm like, okay, listen, I got $10. I can go for 4 vodka Red Bulls. And after that, I'm going to have to start drinking people's leftover drinks. That's just how it goes, right?
Mosquito.
Exactly. Mosquito. That's what it's called?
No, it's where you don't know what mosquito is? You have a straw, and then when people aren't looking, you, with your straw, go and just sift their drinks. It's a thing.
You guys are very
or so I
attractive.
heard.
You guys are very attractive girls. I
never said I did it.
I would assume you guys get free drinks. For me, I guess I will have to put the mosquito. Well, I wouldn't have to now. Mosquito don't play. But anyway, so as you get older, it gets more fun because you can afford it. But the hangovers last way longer. They just keep stretching out. right? And so I'm just curious. Like, I have heard stories of where you could just put an IV in yourself with a saline solution because the hangovers are cured from like electrolyte loss, or right? So
Yep.
could you become our official electrolyteer?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to.
You're hired.
Don't
Now
tell
let
the
me ask you.
boss.
Okay, no, we won't. No one knows your last name.
So speak about.
But if they,
cheating.
but listen, if they put two and two together, the best bum-cicle engineer out in Calgary, and you're also doing, these, maybe they'll put two and two together. But look, I have some good veins, right? Like
Ooh.
you could get those like on one try, right?
McDonald's straw on your arm.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're good. So here's the deal. We're going to go to a tournament.
Okay.
And Brooklyn, you and I are going to get bombed, basically.
If I have to, yeah, okay.
Now, we can let Gabby get bombed too, but
I think she does her best
I do
work bombed.
really
but she's
good
that's
very good.
that's the one thing I'm worried about. Like, is she going to be able to give me an IV when she can see 4 veins at once
At once.
That's
Better
a risk
odds.
we're gonna have to
That's
take.
much better odds.
for the show, right?
Exactly.
Content.
Yeah.
So speaking of tournaments, we released the draft experience tournaments today, and we've got a couple of cool location. Well, all the locations are cool because we're going to be there. But I'm going to read them, and Brooklyn, the travel guru of the show, is going to tell us what she thinks about these places. So first off, March 13th, we got Omaha, Colorado Springs, April 3rd, Oklahoma City, where I'm from, April 15th. You've probably never been there, Brooklyn.
Heard it's great. Great people.
Great people.
Great people.
Real salt of the earth type people there in Oklahoma City.
Heard it's windy sometimes.
This gets a little windy out in the west. Cincinnati, Salt Lake City, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Denver, and Boston. And then the other ones that we're working on, Charleston, South Carolina. It's where the Civil War started, right there in Charleston Harbor.
Got some history there.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, New York City, the Big Apple, and working on a big one, the one that when Brooklyn saw it, she said, "Hey, how can I get a free flight over there?" Czech Republic. Have you ever been? You never been to Czech?
I have when I was younger, but I was just in Eastern Europe in October, and lots of people just came from there, and they said it was their favorite place, the biggest party place that they've ever been.
You know who's from the Czech Republic? Yarmir Jagr,
Oh,
the goat.
and that guy parties.
Does he ever? Did you see the time when that chick tried to blackmail him for sleeping with him, and she was like, "I'll take a selfie if you don't give me some money." He's
Yeah,
like,
that's some big dick energy, that guy.
That is,
"Well, I mean, listen, when you've been playing that long,
Yeah.
and you're not married because you're married to the game, basically, like me,
Yeah.
married to the game."
Yep. Sorry.
You can just,
one.
you can just say "fuck you." Yeah, show this world that I slept with a 22-year-old hot chick. Do it.
Yeah.
And then she did it.
She probably has an OnlyFans, and it's probably
She's
really
probably-
popular.
I don't know what OnlyFans is. Would you care to explain?
Another time.
Next episode.
Next episode.
Stay tuned.
Well, this is the chat that's been on our like Facebook chat. And I'm like, OnlyFans. Like, I guess I'm getting too old. And it's I looked it up just a little bit. I haven't went in depth. I haven't signed up for an account yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
I mean, I'm only going to do it for the show. I'm not going to be
Follow us
like
on
a
OnlyFans.
yeah at Beer League Inc. Speaking of that, we have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Beer League Inc. If you like what we're doing, if you like the content we're putting out, if you want to be involved, you can come. You can help us out. We use all the money to put into the show, whether it's equipment, buying drinks for me in Brooklyn to get drunk so we can figure out if Gabby can actually
Zing
give us a
an
IV. We have a new hockey god. A new hockey god. A hockey god is the person that he's donated at the highest tier ever, and he's basically a stud. His name is Rob Hess. You, my friend, are fucking rad. $50 a month this guy's donating. He loves the show. He's a hockey god. We're going to get him on.
Perfect.
We're going to get him on. We're going to, when we get the Facebook Lives back and going,
Mm-hmm.
I know you got all you thirsty dudes out there want to see Brooklyn and Gabby. I get it. Attractive females.
Showbiz.
I get it. That's just showbiz. It's just showbiz. What we'll do is we'll get his big head and we'll put it back here on the wall, and then people can see Rob Hess and we can pray over him for being the hockey god, one of them. And yeah, so if you like what we're doing, patreon.com/Beer League Inc. Come help us out. All right. Oh, something else I'm getting ready to do that I didn't talk about in the Dex tournament. Next weekend, I'm going to get drunk.
Nice.
Without us.
Well, we didn't really make our agreement.
True.
I literally think it would be so much better with you guys there. I think it would be like 100 times better, but timing didn't work out. But you're going to go out and get drunk with us soon. But we're going to Columbus for the BLPA blowout. So basically what it is it's all the cool stuff of the hockey tournament or a sports tournament, but we don't actually have to play any sports.
What?
We meet up at a bar.
Sign me up.
We get drunk. We go to a Columbus Blue Jackets game, get
Hockey?
more drunk,
Oh,
come back to the bar,
no way.
continue getting drunk. Then we're going to have a taco eating contest. How many tacos do you think you could eat, Brooklyn? In, let's say, we're talking crunchy tacos,
Okay.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
In, how long would it take you to eat 10 of them?
10 crunchy Taco Bell tacos. Seven. I don't know. 7 minutes maybe. Depends. How hungry am I?
Okay, you haven't eaten dinner. This is your
no.
dinner.
Oh. Crunchy. Yeah, probably 7.
Okay, for science, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to at least get one. Like, I've done it. Like, I got one and I slammed it.
Okay.
Right? Did you see the video of me slamming it? I'll
Yeah.
send it to you.
Okay.
I fucking cleaned it up. But I love tacos. Like the Gabby, like, hey, listen, if a taco presents itself, I'm eating it. We're just talking.
Do you have a preference?
Nope.
Just
You like
the flavor?
Nope, I like all tacos.
All tacos.
Well,
do
not the one that Gabby showed
You
me
are
on
no-
Twitter earlier. That was horrible.
You do not discriminate
what-
against tacos.
99% of the tacos presented to me, I'm eating them.
Just not for fun.
Fair.
Yes,
It's all how they're presented.
exactly. Presentation matters.
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Gabby, how
Yes.
many tacos, or how long would it take you to eat 10
10.
crunchy
1,
tacos?
0. 10 minutes.
A minute a taco?
Yep.
Even if it was like a contest? Like if you were trying to eat them
Slow
as
and
fast.
steady.
See, I think maybe I could do faster than 7 minutes if it's a contest, depending what's on the line.
Yeah.
Very motivated.
Okay, what would have to be on the line for you to eat 5 minutes, 10 tacos? I think that's pretty reasonable.
I don't know. I've never
I think
timed
mine
myself.
was 18 seconds. I think, like, I'm looking at it. I think it was 8. No soft taco. I shoved the whole soft taco in my mouth.
Oh yeah, that's
Like that taco, I got it
Rookie.
all in there. Yeah, it was. But I think it might have been even shorter than that. I'll have to go back to the video because I did it in like 2 1/4 bites.
Okay. Can I rebuttal your taco question and ask how many cheese balls you think you could shove in your mouth at one time? Costco size.
Yeah. 34.
Really?
No,
30?
I just
Oh.
didn't know your number, so I wanted to be
What's the record?
hanging on you. What's your record?
My record is 31.
And I don't know if people know what we're talking about. The cheesies, like little
Yeah.
round cheese puffs. I wish you guys could see our hand gestures. That's kind of what makes us laugh. But hey, we'll get to Facebook Live one time, eventually.
Mhm.
But Brooklyn, you fit 31 of those in your mouth?
I did, yeah.
How?
Impressive.
So that was actually my second go. So I went the first time, I only got 27, but I strategized. So the next time around, I got a good strategy. And
Can you describe this strategy?
all slow and steady. You really got to be strategic with your placement.
Balls in mouth.
I'll just edit this. I'll just need you to sit there because I think she's bleeding over into your stuff. But quit bleeding on her.
We're synced.
Okay. Okay, so 31 of them.
31.
Gabby, how many? Open your mouth, just so I can see. Like no one else. Hold
Relax.
on. Hold on. Wait a second.
I'm
Open the mouth. Relax the jaw.
Let's relax.
Let's
Open
see.
the jaw. Relax.
Let's see. I mean, I just want to see. Open it really. That just doesn't look like a mouth that can hold 31 cheesies. That's it.
I showed you the
Yeah,
product,
I've seen it. I understand. It just doesn't, like, its looks can be deceiving. You can fit a lot of stuff in that mouth. Gabby, how many do you think you could fit in your mouth?
31. We have to challenge this. We have to see this.
We
in
have to do
studio
this. We have to do this on video to, like,
with
because you know what, like, this could be one of the things she's cheating about, lying to us about it.
She says cheating's fine. She's all for cheating.
Mm-hmm. You ain't trying.
Exactly. So,
Right. So we're gonna bring some cheeses in here,
We're
and we're
give
gonna
this a
see
go.
30. How many marshmallows can you get in Chubby Bunny?
12.
oh,
What size marshmallows?
Regular. Mini.
Well, I can fit a lot of mini ones in there. Okay. All right. On to the next.
That was
topic.
my college days, Lowe's. I don't know. I haven't done recently.
Well, I mean, we're basically
Need new research.
we're trying to relive college days with some of these events where you just kind of go out and get trashed. So hopefully you guys will join us with these guys. Maybe if you guys ask nice enough, maybe Brooklyn and Gabby will come out and do some cheesy balls in their mouth competitions or something.
Cheesy
I don't
balls.
Yeah.
know. So, all right, Brooklyn. Next topic. It's all you. What do you want to talk about?
Rookie parties and how they're a little different between guys and girls. When I was a rookie, we had an integrated rookie party, so we had a little contest there, and then the year after they did them separately. And just like in Blue Mountain State, the cookie race. Do you know what that one is?
Nope.
Nope. They had an Oreo cookie, and they had to shove it between their bum cheeks and had to race. And then if you lost, you had a snack.
Bum snacks.
Bum snacks. But yeah.
I'm intrigued.
The staple, though, of the girls' rookie parties was taking tampons, clean, unused tampons. Let me just put that out there. Putting it in alcohol, and then you had to suck it dry. So I was lucky enough to have Captain Morgan's. And then, yeah.
That was college?
That was college.
See, like in your college, like, well, okay, I guess I drank when I was 18 in college, but it's legal here.
Yeah.
Completely legal.
Yeah, completely legal.
Like I remember in high school in baseball, like we didn't do like parties. Like the seniors just picked on the young. Like it was basically hazing. Like they'd make us run into 7-Eleven in nothing but our jockstrap and get an icy.
Oh.
And then one guy got taped to a pole in nothing but his jockstrap, but like 3 foot off the ground, and they just taped him, and then we just left him there. I don't even know. To this day, I don't know how the guy got down.
He's still there.
Oh, still.
No, he showed up at practice, but no one ever talked about how he got down.
It's just unwritten rule.
So I don't know how he got down. So like I don't like. Yeah, I mean we never had to suck.
Yeah.
Things.
That's the year that, like, when I wasn't a rookie and I was like, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to provide the rookies with their alcohol this year. And so I went to Dominican Republic and brought back a nice little treat there. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Mama Juana?
No, what's Mama Juana?
It is the drink of Dominican Republic. It's a whole bunch of reeds and some spices. Apparently it's an aphrodisiac. That's what they told me. I didn't believe it. I was like, yeah, sure. So are oysters? Is that the other one?
Oysters, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I gave all these rookies, drugged them pretty much with the aphrodisiac, and we just thought they were all whores. But
so they, like it was?
Oh, yeah, it was. There was a lot of...
So it's like legal Molly.
Pretty much. But it's exotic because it's from Dominican. But
Still legal.
Yeah, there was some guys that were like, hey, I want a part of this. I also didn't tell anybody that it was an aphrodisiac until like a couple weeks later. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Did you ever try it?
I did, but I was like, I didn't think this really
So
worked.
it didn't work on, it did work on you or it didn't?
It didn't, no. But yeah, there was, a couple. One of the rookies decided it would be a really good good time to try to Blumpkin on her boyfriend. There was another one who was making out with somebody or hooking up with someone in someone else's kitchen. There was a bunch of guys running around with half chubs and Titan Bright. So it's hey, showbiz. It's college.
Is that just what, anytime anything sexual happens, we're just going to say, that's showbiz.
Yeah. So that was just my experience for rookie parties.
Wild.
In case anyone doesn't know what a Blumpkin is, it's the act of performing fellatio while the recipient is defecating on a toilet. So apparently there's a reed drink with a bunch of spices that'll make you want to try that. So if that's something you're into, if you want to try, or maybe something, you want your woman to try, just get you that, what's the name of the drink?
Mama Juana.
Mama Juana. Mama Juana. Any rookie stories from you?
Just easy drinking. We just,
You
chill.
guys are just cool.
Yeah.
Like you're in high school, you're like, we don't have to do any of this weird
You
shit.
don't have to be naked or get Blumpkins or do any of the fun stuff.
Doesn't even sound like a party, really.
I know.
I said
Boring.
rookie
Typical
party.
Tuesday
Torture.
night.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I don't know how it went, like how that turned. Like that wasn't discussed beforehand. Like that's just something you brought out. Like you just remember that. Like you couldn't say, hey, Nick, we're going to talk about Monawanas and Blumpkins.
Blumpkins.
I thought you said we were just springing things on people.
No, I said that's what I do.
Oh.
I didn't know that that's what you were going to. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying I didn't know that was the turn that this was going to take, but it did, and that's just what happens.
Showbiz.
I have poop involved. I'm
Went
all ears.
from Kobe to Astros cheating to Blumpkins. So what a show. What a show. What a show. Speaking of parties, interesting story I heard about a Stanley Cup party. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a Stanley Cup party. You've been to a Stanley Cup party?
I have, yeah.
Your dad is friends with the Boston Bruins. He was the Boston Bruins coach when they won.
Assistant coach, yeah.
Assistant coach, yeah. And I think I was actually in town, and your dad said something to me, hey, you want to come? And I'm like, I'm not in town anymore. If I remember correctly. Or maybe he was just rubbing in that he was there and I wasn't. He probably didn't invite me because it's your dad. That's what your dad would do. He would just call him brag.
It's on brand.
Anything weird happen at that Stanley Cup party?
I don't think so. I was not old enough to get in any of the shenanigans. So if there was, I wasn't involved. So
now, Gabby, on the other hand, she was invited to a Stanley Cup. When she told me, I was like, cool, but that's kind of shitty. Like, give us a little story about this Stanley Cup party. Do you want to do, we don't have to do detail. We don't have to do the player. We don't have to say the player's name.
Okay. Roger.
His name's not Roger, right?
No.
Or is it?
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can we say the team?
Sure.
Was it the Blackhawks? Blackhawks? Was it? That's who it was? Like, what are you laughing?
No details.
Oh, I just said, can I say the team? And you shrugged your shoulders like it was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was the Blackhawks, but
Yes.
that's the only details we're giving.
Yes.
But tell us a little story about this part, the part that I found weird. Just tell the story that you told me so I can ask the listeners, don't you think this is kind of weird?
Absolutely. Yeah, back a few summers ago, got invited to the big old Stanley Cup party out at the farm, in somewhere in the world. It's really details thing is really.
She was going to spill it. You
Yeah,
didn't even have to look at it. If you wouldn't have looked at her, she would have spilled it.
Sorry, everyone.
Ruined it.
I'll just look away.
Stanley Cup party, absolutely. Myself and a few friends got invited. We made the list, the whole VIP.
Oh, fancy.
I
What do you
know.
have to do to make the list?
Have boobies.
Well,
Hot females were invited to this Stanley Cup party. And
Humble brag.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was back in my hot days.
I was invited. No, hot females only.
no.
No big deal.
Hot girl summer.
Okay.
Hot girl. Yes, sorry. Invited to this party. We are stopped at the front door. We did have a male driver, however, that was not on the guest list.
Not hot.
Not hot. Didn't make the cut.
Boobs are not
Boobs
big enough.
optional. Yeah. So he got punted, and we went and got punted. We got in, party the night away.
So only chicks were invited to this party.
Only chicks were invited. The hockey players, some close friends, but other than that,
See, isn't that shitty?
chicks, but
Like,
no
what-
dicks.
2020.
At this party.
Well, it wasn't. It was a few years
A
ago.
few years back, but
We're all talking about equality.
exactly.
How come no one was up in arms about this?
Stanley Cup guy was happy.
So
Well, yeah, wouldn't he already be happy he won the fucking Stanley
He
Cup?
won the fucking
True.
cup. He's partying with babes around.
I just
Humble
think.
brag.
I mean, I'm just. I'm just angry I didn't get invited because I wasn't hot enough. I wasn't even around this part of the world at that point. I don't think. But I just thought it was weird. I was like, how can they get like? There's so much bullshit going on now
Nowadays,
around
yeah.
this. Like, how was this a lot? Like, and no one even batted an eye.
No one blinked an
And
eye.
I don't really even give a shit, to be honest with you. I just give a shit that now it's such a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, this wasn't that long ago. Like, how come they couldn't just let ugly dude in with you? Like,
Exactly.
maybe he
He
just
just
wanted to see
wanted-
the Stanley Cup.
He just wanted to kiss it and touch it like everyone else was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hot
That-
girls only. It was just a caution tape, the whole shebang. You weren't allowed in. Security,
Did you take sexy selfies with the
We
Stanley
took-
Cup?
and we did. With the cup and the
I
cup player.
I would have
and
for sure. Did you lift it over your head?
We did. Yeah.
You're not
I
supposed to-
drank out
you're
of the
not-
cup.
You're not supposed to do that unless you win, I thought.
I-
But I guess you never had, like, you'll never win the Stanley
I
Cup.
will never.
No.
I can barely skate at this point in my life. We're working on that. For the show, we're working on that. There will be a camera. There will be pictures.
I had a buddy go to like a semi, like your brother tried out for him, the Seattle Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds. Oh, my
Your brother wasn't in the NFL. Brooklyn's brother was a pretty
Yikes.
good goalie. Your brother was a pretty good goalie at one
Yeah.
point. Like, he was pretty high level, and he
Yeah.
was trying out for those teams. I've never scored on him, but I'm sure I could.
Humble
I
brag.
think now, well, no, just talking shit to him because I'm trying to get him in net. He won't ever play net. So I figure if I talk shit to Bobby, I would score on you probably 10 times.
Even Gabby would score on you.
Even Gabby would score on you, Bobby.
Suck it, Bobby.
But I had a buddy that was at the Seattle game, and he went in, took his picture with Stanley Cup, and then he was like, you know what? I'm going to try to pick up the Stanley Cup. So he went back, got in line, went back, took a picture with the Stanley Cup. Just, testing the water.
Yeah.
Third time through, he picks it up and just starts to run with it. They kicked him out. They kicked him out. But hey, he had his minute with the cup, kind of like Gabby did. But
Yeah. A couple minutes.
See, with that, you can't touch it or you can't hold it if you think you're ever going to win it. That was back when Bobby was a big goalie when we went there, and so I wasn't allowed to touch it. Didn't touch it. Everyone was drinking beer out of it.
Oh, so Bobby
wasn't allowed.
fucked you. I mean,
No.
in the way that you didn't get to touch the cup.
Yeah, I know.
Do you still have your sexy Stanley Cup selfies?
I do. I sure do.
Can we post them?
I'm gonna have to do some editing.
They're that sexy?
Well, they are. They're very intriguing. Lots of girls, like I said. And Stanley Cup player is in these pictures.
Just put a grapefruit emoji over his face. No one will even know.
Fitting.
So, okay. Good first episode. Are you guys happy? Fun?
Yeah.
Good times?
2.5.
What are we going to talk about next week?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Some,
Big fan of OnlyFans.
If you don't know what
lines.
OnlyFans is, just go onlyfans.com/beerleagueinc. You can find our account.
For a small, minimal
monthly payment of.
And we're going to talk about what?
pickup lines.
Pickup-
What works, what doesn't work.
Oh, so you're going to give some beer league dudes some advice
yeah.
on how to pick chicks up. Okay, I like it.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm married, so I don't need that advice, but I like to know,
Yeah. And just some really good ones. They'll go into the history vault and take some screenshots, some good content of ones that I've looked at and just laughed at, and other ones that are like, you know what?
Do you
Bravo.
think it would work if we took a camera to a bar
Mm-hmm.
and you and Gabby sit at the bar? How do is it pretty regular that a dude comes up and lays,
Every day.
I mean, at a
my
bar?
pepper
What are
spray.
you, an alcoholic?
Surprise.
But at a bar, we set a camera up and
Mm-hmm.
mic'd you up with a little mic. How many pickup lines do you think we'd get in one, in an hour?
It depends what bar and what time, but you definitely probably could get a
We should do
couple.
that. We should do that
we
for
should do
sure.
that. Yeah.
Okay. Unsuspecting males.
Unsuspecting.
Yeah.
They think they're preying on you, but we're preying on them.
Surprise.
See you next week, guys. Hope you enjoyed the new guest. Where can they follow you, Gabby?
Twitter at gdavies11 and Instagram at gabby.davies.
Brooklyn, where can they follow you?
BGath13, making it easy. Instagram and Twitter.
And I'm on Twitter, Nicker Jones. Instagram, the Nicker Jones, because some asshole stole Nicker Jones before I was too cool. I was too cool for Instagram at that point. I made a mistake. I fucked up, and this guy hasn't posted since 2012. So listen, Instagram, Nicker Jones. I'm fucking coming for you.